Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the new Lantern Tactical ProLine series of M4s. So before the video starts, I want to give a big shout out to Lantern Tactical for providing this gun for me. Thank you guys so much for hooking me up with this gun. It is amazing, as I will get into that later. So to start things off, the model in my hand right now is the LT-02, Mod 0, Mark 18, blah blah blah, a lot of words. Basically it's the LT-02. And it is the ProLine version. If you guys don't know what the ProLine version is, it is basically a full metal M4 with, it's the full metal Gen 2s, basically not all the Gen 2s yet, but so far they only have LT-04, the LT-02, this one, and the LT-03, and the LT-15, all in ProLine versions. So basically, compared these to the Gen 2s, these have a full metal body, electronic trigger, and a bunch of other stuff which I will get into later. So, like I said before, this thing is full metal. The receiver and the rail is metal, along with the buffer tube. Also, the front iron sight trigger is metal, and outer barrel is metal as well. And the only things plastic are obviously going to be the pistol grip, the stock, and the included rail covers, and the included foregrip right here. Honestly, this gun is amazing. I used it yesterday at PEVs, and it was shooting awesome. Usually when I do a review like this, I will put the gameplay in the same video, but I'm going to go a little bit in depth in this review, so I'm just going to do two separate videos. So this is just the review. So getting right into it, starting from front to back, we have a 14mm counterclockwise spread underneath an orange flash hider, which I removed immediately, like I said in the unboxing video when I got this gun. Then of course we have your standard front T-post iron sight, which I wanted this specific model just because of this, just because I haven't had a gun that has this before, and a D-ring. I've always been a big fan of D-rings. I think they just look really awesome and classic, and I chose this model just because of that reason. And then of course you have the full metal outer barrel, which is very nice and sturdy. And then of course you have your quad rail here, which comes with two of these plastic rail covers right here. Just your standard rail covers. They look really nice on the gun. I only have one right now because I have my PEC box, and I'll get into why I have the PEC box in a second. You can obviously pull the D-ring back, and remove the lower part and the upper part of the rail if you wanted to add a different type of handguard, like a Magpul one or whatever you want to do. And then here we have the included Knights Armament style pistol grip foregrip, which is very nice. I tend to not like these types of foregrips. I like the stubby ones or angled foregrips. But this one, the way that I have it set up for this specific setup, I like this one a lot. And like I said, rails are metal. It does have the markings for the top, and then it says T28, T26, all the numbers, and it says T. It'll say left, L on the right, L left side, R on the right side, and B on the bottom. And then if we're moving to the receiver here, again, like I said, full metal receiver, very nice metal. I don't know what the actual material they used, but it is metal. I can assure you that it is metal because it is freezing outside and this thing is cold. So we got a full metal upper and lower receiver, and I'm going to get a little bit closer. Hopefully it'll focus. So getting closer here, you can see some of the new trademarks that they added. You guys know the Lantern Tactical trademarks, their logo here, which usually you guys get in a patch. Most of the Gen 2s will come with a patch that has this exact logo. This one does not come with a patch, only the Gen 2s do. Then above the trigger, we've got the Lantern Tactical dagger with a LT on a shield, which looks very cool in my opinion. Right here we have the charging handle, which reveals the hop-up. Now, you are going to get, obviously, a fake bolt, but I remove those immediately just because they get so annoying. If it doesn't lock back, I remove them. If it does lock back, I keep them in. So in this case, I don't like having to pull the charging handle back and having to hold that to adjust my hop-up. I just like having it open so I can sit, shoot, and then adjust while I am shooting instead of just having to hold it back and guess what position is at. As you can see inside, you have a rotary style hop-up. This is the same hop-up that they had in the Gen 2s. Very awesome hop-up. It's styled like a ProLine, and it basically is a ProLine. It's awesome, but it's plastic, not metal, which doesn't take away from the quality, obviously, but it still is an awesome hop-up. I have taken this gun apart, and as you guys can see, it has a silver cylinder. It's got a nice looking gearbox. The gearbox is compared to the Gen 2s. The Gen 2s have a black gearbox. This one has a silver one, which I just think looks cool. It doesn't change the quality or anything. It just looks a little bit cooler. Then as you can see right here, we have a flat trigger. Now this is their new Lancer speed trigger that they developed themselves. If you guys are familiar with the G&G ETUs, then you will know how snappy those are with an 11-1 LiPo. Literally there's no reset or anything. It's just a click in the back of the trigger. You just can go ham on that thing all day. It's just a nice little click, and you never skip a beat. Anytime you pull that trigger, that gun is going to shoot. Same with this one. This has no exception. This is literally kind of the exact same thing, but it looks a little bit more like a Gate Titan. If you guys are familiar with that, it looks like a trigger board, like a Gate Titan, instead of the G&G ETUs, which are just like a red like block or something. But this thing is awesome. I will show you guys later in the shooting test the trigger response of this thing. And then if we get a little bit closer, you can see rear iron sight. It only comes with the rear iron sight on this model because it obviously has the front sight. Then you guys are probably wondering what sight this is. This is a T1 that I got off Amazon. This is probably the best T1 you can ever get for the price. Red and green dot, under $30, $40. Perfect T1 red dot. Looks nice, especially on this gun. I highly recommend it if you guys are interested in buying it. I will leave it linked in the description if you guys want it. I also forgot to mention this is a SCAR style suppressor, which comes with a QD suppressor. SCAR style flash hider that comes with a QD suppressor that I was given to also by Megastore, so shout out to them. I got this a while ago. I just threw it on here just because it looked kind of cool. Okay, so now before I flip it to the other side, I'll get into why I have the PEC box. I have a second barrel setup. So right now it has the stock hop-up. However, the inner barrel is not stock. The inner barrel is a Mad Bull Black Python Tight Bore 601 in here right now. So this is what I use for outdoor, just the regular hop-up and an upgraded inner barrel. For indoor, what I have is a Max hop-up with the LED installed. And the reason why I have the PEC box is to wire the there's a JST LiPo in here that I use for my Polar Star, but I have that in here for the LED to power the LED. Max hop up, just flip the switch, and you can use tracer BBs instead of having a tracer unit on the top or on the front of your gun. I just think it looks a little bit better instead of having a big suppressor on the end of your gun. Especially if you play in a small CQB arena like me, you don't want a big 6-inch suppressor on the end of your gun. So, getting that out of the way, flip it to the other side. Here we've got the Lancer Tactical logo with the designed in California, Santa Fe, California, and then the model number right underneath that right there. Then if we come over here, we can see it does come with a fake bolt catch, but I took it off because it literally kept on falling out when I tried to put it together. Because there's no spring or anything to hold it in, it just falls out. Really doesn't matter at all, I don't care, that's that. There's the trigger again. There are no ambidextrous features on this gun, which is a bummer for you lefties. Sorry about that, guys. You've got your fire selector, safe, semi, full auto. Snaps into place. It's very crisp. And like I said before, we have the charging handle, which has a little extended piece right here. You just pull, and it's nice to have that little extended piece. Then here we have a ambidextrous. This is actually ambidextrous. Forgot about that. A sling point. Here we have the 2 sling points right here, and the 1 sling point right there. It is full metal, so it is very sturdy, so you don't have to worry about your sling points dropping or anything. And then here we have the full metal buffer tube, which has a made in China thingy right there. Don't need to focus on that. And then we have the crane stock right here. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Gen 2s, the stock is a little bit fat. This one is very, very skinny. I'm not able to fit 11-1 LiPo down the canals right here. I have to put it straight down the buffer tube, which is okay, honestly. I'm pretty sure 9.6 will fit in these, but I have not tried it yet. I'll let you guys know up in the thing right here if it does or not. but I think you guys should be using an 11-1 with this gun. If it has a MOSFET and an ETU, you guys don't want to be using a 9.6. You want to be using a LiPo. So I think I've pretty much covered everything besides the pistol grip right here. It's just a standard pistol grip. So basically, the only guns that they turned into the ProLines are their more beginner style guns, which are the, like I said, the LT-02, the LT-03, and the LT-04. They're all the ones that come with a D-ring. Basically all the guns that they have that come with a D-ring come with the A2 style pistol grip. So what they did with the ProLines is they just took this pistol grip that came from like the LT-12 and the LT-15 without the nub or whatever, and they just put this on there. I like this pistol grip a lot more, specifically for this gun. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Another little things to mention, the front pin is Allen key, so it is so you have to take an Allen key. You can't just pop it out. So you will have to take Allen keys if you need to take apart your gun during the field or in the field. So I actually kind of like when they have those like that. But yeah. And then let's talk about the internals now. Alright, so talking about the internals. Like I said before, it comes with a rotary style hop-up, a 6.03 tight bore barrel, brass barrel, full metal gearbox with 8mm ball bearings, I believe. And it also comes with a 18-to-1 gear set, a 25K motor, quick change spring with ball bearing spring guide, which is made out of metal, full metal rack piston, and a non-ported cylinder. So you're honestly getting probably like one of the best guns right here for the grand total of under $200. These guns go from 180 to 190 depending on your FPS options that you choose. There's a high FPS version and there's a low FPS version. This right here is the high FPS version, and we will confirm that with the chrono test later. So this gun is amazing for what you're getting. For under $200, this is the best gun you can get. Way better than the Gen 2s. If you guys are interested in getting this gun, I'll leave a link down in the description. But I would like to recommend this to only people who are not first getting into the game. I'd recommend the Gen 2s over this. However, if you are just getting into the game and you want to get this gun, make sure you get a LiPo and a LiPo charger. You can't just use a regular charger for LiPos, you have to use a specific LiPo charger. Because I would only recommend you using an 11-1 LiPo in this gun, nothing more, nothing less. So now that we're going to talk about the externals and the internals, let's go to the chrono test. Alright guys, here we are at the chrono test. I'm going to be using Lancer Tactical 0.2 gram BBs, which they do include a bag of 0.2 gram BBs in the box. Also, they do include a 120 round metal mid-cap magazine. So here we go with the first shot. 350, 353, 349, 350, 349, 350, 347, 350, 347, 351, 348, 350. So right around the 350, 340 mark, very, very consistent. Now we're going to flip it to full auto. Hopefully I have enough BBs, and we're going to check the rate of fire with a 11-1 LiPo. So this LiPo is not fully charged, but you're getting about 18 to 20 RPS with a fully charged 11-1 LiPo. I did use this LiPo yesterday at PEV, so it's not fully charged. Alright guys, before I end the video, I wanted to show you guys the mid-cap magazine that it does come with. Like I said, it is full metal. It is a 130 round mid-cap magazine. It has Lancer Tactical trademarks in the bottom. It's a mid-cap, which I highly appreciate because high caps are the best. The mid-caps, mid-caps, sorry, mid-cap, not a high cap. The high caps that did come with the Gen 2s are awesome as well, because if you wind them up all the way, you can shoot through the whole mag, no problem. But yeah, overall, I highly recommend this gun, guys. Again, thank you so much, Lancer, for hooking me up with this gun. If you guys want to see gameplay, let me get down in the comment section down below. I will be posting gameplay anyway, but let me know if you guys are excited to watch the gameplay. I will be uploading that sometime soon this week. Thank you guys for watching. Check the links down in the description if you guys want to get some merch, like this one right here, except different logo. This is the older logo, the newer logo is what I'm talking about. Also check out my sponsors, Airsoft Megastore and Reynolds Tactical. Links in the description to everything on this gun and the gun itself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.